Hello, everybody, and welcome to this video. I'm your host, nfoGuides, and I'm here to show you little I know. So, I'm also known here in Splinterlands as axlertwinblade. I'm also the creator of a set of tools called Baron's Toolbox. So that's me, and I want to go over and discuss this new, not proposal, but this new reward card announcement that they just came out with. And I just want to give you my point of view on what you should take away from all of this. I'm not going to read all of this because well, it's already right here for everybody to read. So I'm just going to point out the big things that I'm looking at, and the basics are is we're going to they're going to end all the current reward cards, and they're going to transition into Soulbound reward cards at the end of January 31st, which is also the end of the season. So, what should you know just about that fact by itself? If you're looking at trying to complete your collection, or if you're looking at trying to level up some of your cards, or you're looking for just possibilities. None of this is financial advice, but here's some of the things I think you should be looking at. And the first thing is just take the fact that all the current reward cards, which is in this list, are going to go out of print. And so going out of print means different things to different people. But the big thing to know of is every card in this list will no longer be printed in your reward chests come the day after. The day after season rewards of the season. So January 31st, you will still get these rewards in your reward or end of season chest, but after that, no more. So, in layman's terms, what that really means is for these cards here, this is 88% printed for Exploding Rats. What that really means is they are going to burn 11% of the overall print BCX. It's effectively burning those cards. So if we come over here into the market, you're already too late because these cards are already skyrocketing. Well, skyrocketing in price, but it's also you got to think about what the originating price was. So if we just come in here, look at some of the reward cards, and you can see here's one I know for a fact. So the Venari Crystal Smith this morning when I woke up was a little over 3 cents for a card, and now it's at 4 cents. So you can see just today alone, this card is already gone up in price. And so all these reward cards that are going to get burned are going to go up in price. How much? Nobody knows. But they're going out of print and everything will go up in price. So this is my opinion. This is not financial advice. But the cards that are already at 88% printed, they're so close to being complete on their print run. I don't think their price is going to jump or change much. But when you look at Oceanus here, who's only at 67%, that's effectively going to burn 30% of what it was supposed to print for Oceanus. 30% of Bilgka is going to get burned. And so then if you look further down this chart, starting right here with the Vampire Bat, this is a common card. It's only at 46%. They're going to burn over 50% of these cards are going to get burned. Before they ever get printed, they're just going to be stopped, effectively burning them. So I went ahead and just kind of show you guys what I did is I was looking at all these cards and decided, okay, I want to latch onto some of these cards before they go out of print. So I went over here. Let me show you at Peak Monsters. And I put bids in on the Venari Crystal Smith. That was this morning. I got 120 of them at 2.8 cents, and it's already up to 4 cents. So that was 10 hours ago. And then I also, now I put in a bid for 44 of the Damphir Infiltrator Gold Foil Dragon card at $2.40 a card. Now, this is more for me a long term play. I'm sitting on these hoping in the future, more so with land, when land is playable, that I'll get a decent return on those cards. No guarantee, but if I don't get a profit off the cards, I'll use them to work my land. So I kind of have a backup plan there. But if you look at those cards, so the Damphir is going to burn over 50% of that card is going to get burned. And let's see, let's look at the gold foil reward dragon. And where is it? So here's the Damphir right now. The lowest card is at $2.56. And so, there's a little bit of price above where I paid for them. But what I just want to make sure everybody understands is with the new reward cards, people understand the prices on these are only going to go up. So that's the first takeaway. They're going to go up. How much? Nobody knows. That's up to you to figure out how much you think they will go up when the new reward cards come out. Let's see. Let's go here. Where'd it go? Oh, clicked on the wrong button. Here we go. And so that reward card's definitely going to go up. I'm hoping it, triples in price. Maybe it won't. Don't know. But all of them are going to do that. But more importantly, if you don't have yours to the level you want, you need to make that happen sooner than later because they're going to go up. It's only going to cost more to get them later. So that would be the first thing I would definitely want people to understand is there's opportunities right now to get them why they are probably at their cheapest and you're already too late because some of these have already tripled in price. They went from here 2.8 cents up to 4 cents. So that's almost a doubling of the price. And that's only been 10 hours ago. So just be aware of that. If you need some of these, you might want to trade for them, do what you got to do to get the cards you want to the level you want sooner than later. Okay, so let's look at the rest of this wonderful proposal here. There's going to be a total of 43 cards. And of those cards, 6 of them will be summoners. And the 6 will be summoners will get one lesser ability, and then they'll get the new conscript ability, which will let you pull gladiator cards into your fights. And so when they say lesser or lower abilities, let's go over here and take a look at, I think, Untamed. I would expect lesser abilities to maybe be something like just a -1 to archery, a -1 to armor, a -1 to, magic, um, or, some of these lesser abilities. Where's the one? The one I'm thinking of was maybe it was a beta. Uh, Not seeing it offhand here. It was the one with flying ability. Uh, Maybe it was dice. Oh yeah, so like this, a lesser ability might be something like piercing, or the snare ability, or flying. So that's what I think they mean when they're saying lesser ability. Not a plus to attack, but a lesser ability. I'd be surprised if any came with thorns, because thorns really isn't a lesser ability. So anyway, I would look at these cards as kind of an example that the new summoners will be a rare. They'll be a 6 mana, and they'll have one lesser ability as well as the new ability for conscript. So be aware of that. They're coming. But now you got to think of rare cards. And if you think about a rare card, I play in pretty much gold and diamond. So for my summoner, as a rare summoner, I really need my summoner to be kind of a level 6 summoner before I can really use it effectively. Since these cards coming out are soulbound, there's a good chance I won't really want to play these new summoners for a good chunk of time. It's going to take time to level these up because just to get it here to a level 6 is probably where I'd want it. It's going to take me 60 cards. And at best, you could expect is that would take you 60 days to get 60 cards. Yeah, expect a lot longer than that, but I would have envisioned that as the absolute best. So, but this is also going to be a huge benefit to new players because they will start with a summoner they can use day one, and that will really help new players out. So that's the summoners. The epic cards. Okay, so there's going to be 7 epic cards, and if you read all this, it basically says the 7 epic cards will have no attack. They will kind of be like a Bilchka. So if we come over here, the water, they'll kind of be like a sorry, not Bilchka, a Bakjira. They'll have no attack at all, and what that really means is, well, they have no attack. They're going to have whatever abilities go with them, and they'll have a couple of the new abilities. Let's jump back over to the article. They will have stuff like martyr and weapons training. Sorry, other cards will have martyr and weapons training, and if you put these abilities next to a 0 attack card, they will get the benefits. When this guy dies, the other cards next to it will get +1 to all stats. Obviously, if they don't have an attack, it's not going to help for that stat. Whereas weapons training, they will mimic the attack of the card next to it. So that's going to give a lot more meaning to cards with no attack. They'll come into play a lot more. And then we've got, along with the no attack, way down here at the bottom, the other thing I want to point out is, I think it's this last part here. Basically, as for the Dispel ability, we want to note that it will remove the weapons training effect, the martyr effect, and also bloodlust effect from characters hit with an attack from a character with Dispel. Dispel is an old ability, but is gaining use or utility. So there's that aspect, and really, they basically are also saying in here this whole set of cards is going to focus on Dispel and the Oppress abilities, trying to give them more prominence in the game. They've been underused throughout the game, so they're going to try to give them more prominence by having this set focus a little bit more on Dispel and Oppress aspects. So when you're in the market and you're looking for cards, you might want to be looking for those 2 skills. So if you come over here, this is my tool, but if you come over here and you look at, I think this is Oppress, you might want to pick up some cards that have the Oppress ability. Like, all of a sudden, the Vampiric Blossom might be a lot more important to you, or the Sunkai Harvester might be more important to you. So definitely look out for those. And then we also have Dispel, and I think it's this guy. And here's some cards that have Dispel that you might want to pay closer attention to. So you got the Venari Crystal Smith, and it's going to have more functionality. Well, guess what? That's the card that I already picked up, and that's the card that in the last 10 hours almost doubled in price. Again, it was a 2-cent card, and now it's a 4-cent card. So it's a relative price increase. But bear that in mind. You might want to consider looking at these cards based on the abilities they have. And you've got this guy here, the Goblin Psychic, also receives Dispel when maxed out. So that's going to be in your Diamond and Champion League, but keep that in mind. Or you got the Venari Wavesmith. He gets Dispel at level 5. So there's a gold level card or a gold league card that you might want to really think about getting more of. And same thing here. If you've got River Hellendale, he gets Dispel. So these are good cards to think about picking up, especially the ones here that are rewards, which are these right here. You've got, these cards are all reward cards that you might want, like the Venari Bonesmith gets Dispel at 8. So, and let's see, let's look at the Oppress. Where's that again? Right here. So here, you don't have too many in, well, I'm looking at an account that might not have all the cards. Anyway, you get the meaning here. So you might want to take a better look at some of these cards that are going to go out of print, but have these abilities, because they might be nice abilities to pre-stage before the new reward cards become too popular, or become popular enough where they're a problem. Let's put it that way. Let's see. So back to here. Those are the main things I wanted to point out. Other than that, they're going to start letting you use your daily potion. Well, the potions that we've been getting here, I've got 366 and 423 of these. So you're going to be able to use these potions here on your daily reward chest. They did say by default that's going to be turned on. If you do not want to use them, you'll have to go to your settings under your profile, and they will add a setting in here to disable potion use on those chests. So keep that in mind. For some of us, we have tons of potions, but if I get below 100 potions in each, I might want to turn that off so that way I retain my potions in case I pick up some packs I want to open, and I don't want to have to pay for the actual potions from the deck store. So I think that's everything I have. If you guys have any comments or opinions or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate it if you like and share this video with your friends, or at least like and subscribe. I mean, really, I'd appreciate it. So again, I'm nfoGuides, and I'm here to show you what little I... Peace.